You are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced and get happy with Dr. Marissa. And this show is about hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have shows and topics.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days.
Monday, Tuesday,
Happy days.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Happy days.
Friday, whatever.
Happy days.
What a day. Na, 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 na.
I love you.
I love you too.
Best known as the mom from Happy Days, and she is a delightful 89-year young Marion Ross to my studio. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Dr. Marissa, this is such a treat for me.
Oh.
My goodness, you're a wonderment.
Which is exactly the kind of guest that I like. Those who have gone through life, good and bad, and then taken those experiences to alchemize them into the person they are now and doing good on the planet. I'd like you to welcome Corey Feldman.
If you're grateful for it and you say right away, thank you, God. Oh, my God, that's so beautiful. I'm so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then guess what? More good things will come to you.
Does this sound familiar at all? She's back again to mark my Cancer Awareness and Prevention Month show. Please welcome Fran Drescher. Hi, Fran.
On and supporting cancer schmance. I really appreciate it.
So what would you say are some of the biggest myths, Fran, that people have about cancer?
Well, I would say that they think that there's a cure for it.
Okay.
Instead of a cause for it.
This is the first call-in show when I get to be Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. And people call in to get their life tires balanced and their critical thinking or their BS, their belief systems, smog checked. And today I am delighted to have Malie calling in from Birmingham, Alabama.
We could go 90 days and end up having terrible sex. And then you say, well, the relationship's not all about sex. Well, if I'm not getting great sex from you, then I'm going to get it from somebody else, right?
That moose just got put on the table. And I see Josh and Jim.
I have to agree
You're
with Clyde.
both nodding. Ramon's sort of half nodding because his wife's listening. But
I understood what was going to happen if Muhammad Ali's youngest daughter, made public that I was going to become a boxer. So I wanted to make sure this was the path that I wanted to go down.
You are absolutely fabulous, beautiful inside and out. And I'm giving you Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award today.
Thank you.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point.
When I go, I'm gone.
Are you lonely?
No.
Nah, I knew that was going to be
But
the answer.
I surround myself with people. I mean, I'm always the one cooking for things. Or I'm always the one that decorates first and come to my house. All the orphans that have no place.
I'm going to have no place to go, so I can come over.
Come on over.
And life is so amazing if we can see it.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balance with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, TV Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, and more. Why so many places? Because I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip here on the show, no scandal, no K-words, no Kanye talk, formerly or now. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have topics and guests and series and co-hosts to that end. If you've missed any of my 1,100, and where are we now? 50-something shows. Please do free subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can not just listen, but you can also watch and you can comment as well. And I want to say good morning to Sci-Fi Mombi, who is a regular supporter here. She's got her own show on YouTube TV channel as well. And we just love seeing you give us the finger, not that one, but this one. And whatever you'd like to do, just free subscribe. And that way you can participate in the show. And this is my 624th consecutive week. Next week's a big week. It will be the celebration of 12 working years since I was woken up in the morning and told to do radio. So we'll be talking about that and more. And today, I am so delighted to have back someone who was friendly stalking me on Instagram. She had connected with me, and I love social media for that aspect. And she reached out, and that was, 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. And since then, she's now become a friend, which I just love when that happens. And she's a multi-platform award-winning singer. She's born in Manila, Philippines. I know she's not Swedish like me, and has appeared on 75 Most Influential Filipino Americans in the U.S. And she's been singing since she was 3 and continued her career after moving to the U.S., worked with Dwayne Wayans Jr. as her musical composer while she relentlessly worked and studied at UCLA. She's opened for Stevie Wonder, who I got a beautiful neck hug from. And I mentioned Ranella, and he smiled because he knows her, for singing the for Stevie Wonder, Nayo, Keyshia Cole, Nelly, and other top R&B artists in the world. She's also known for singing the National Anthem all over the country, including Lakers, Dodgers, Suns, Kings, Padres, and was also the reality TV star of Revenge Body by Khloe Kardashian on E! Network. Her hosting career began on LA radio station 102.3 KJLH. Isn't that Stevie's? No. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, it is. Letter to be featured, to be a feature host on The Voice, The Talk, and CNN Philippines and Fox News, among others. Ranella believes believing in God and having humility is a key to her success, where a great leader knows when to follow. Please welcome back to my studio, Ranella Ferrer. Wait for it. Thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here again and to talk to you and to see you again. You look amazing. As I told you previously, I love that shirt. And it's summer. It's perfect for dates, going out to the beach, etc. And dates and going out to the beach and dates. I'm just kidding.
You're going to have to count for the entire show how many times she brings up dating, because this is my unpaid, unsolicited dating coach who is on a one-woman mission to force me into a relationship. It's hilarious. But we'll talk more about that after breakfast. Breakfast with myself and my host is something, a co-host is something that I like to do, started over a year ago, because I want to force you to drink my Kool-Aid to start your day in the most positive way. So 8 things that we are grateful for outside of ourselves. One word, keeping it short so we can talk about other things, but it's also a chance to catch up with my co-hosts and friends when they come on. And then the bottom of the bun is something that you do tonight before you go to bed, which is 8 things that you like about yourself inside. So gratitude turned inwards. It's my BS belief system that when you have self-love, self-care, self-compassion, your mental health is on a solid foundation. If not, it's a little bit rocky. So here we go. What are you grateful for, Ranella?
Yeah, I'm grateful for getting my health and my fitness back. Because of that, I've gotten more energy. I'm grateful for you. We had plans to go to the gym, and I was motivated to meet you at the gym. And ever since then, I've been going at it. And I'm just grateful to be back actively being healthy again. I mean, from physically, mentally, spiritually, I get to meditate while I'm at the gym. I'm just grateful to be in that space again, or this space again.
Yeah, beautiful. And there's 4 from her, and I'll finish off with the 4. I am grateful that I was kind of like the Kickstarter for you. Once she made me go to the gym, and it wasn't for me to work out; it was for me to meet or get fodder for my swiping by being in that location. It's crazy. So I'm grateful that I was able to help with that. And I am grateful that we have gyms that we can go to. We're so fortunate in this country that we have things like a gym to go to. I'm grateful that she's forced me to take pictures of me in a bathing suit to put in my profile. I am grateful that I think I'm positive. There's not one, as soon as I say one remotely negative thing about a guy, she's like, well, but he's this. And she's always seeing the best in my dates, which is not well placed, but that's another story. But I'm grateful that I have the ability to be seen on social media and be found. And she's a great example of the best things that happen when you are on social media. So that's our top of the bun gratitudes. Let's go to the bottom of the bun. What do you like about yourself? And I kind of like it that we're, doing all 4 at the same time. It saves time. So go ahead. What are 4 things that you like about yourself?
I like that I am able to adapt to any situation. I like that I'm able to be happy naturally and see things in a positive way. I like that I'm able to motivate and inspire people to think the same or feel the same and be able to have you dating again, because 7 months ago you weren't. You were like this. You were like shut. No, and we had to like open it and loosen it a little bit. And now look at you. 3 days later. I'm just kidding. I like that.
Well, it is National Remember Your First Kiss Day.
Yes.
So we will be talking about that too, and the story behind why I've been dipping different parts of my body into the dating pool. And my dating coach is here on camera in studio today. Oh, good. We have a gratitude here from Sci-Fi. It's Friday. I have a great career for my kids, for my channel growth, for my friends, for my family.
Yes.
Oh,
that's amazing.
That is so sweet. All right. And Sci-Fi Mommy is one of my, she was the first membership subscriber. So if you'd like to get a little more of me, There's a $2.99 a month where you get Q&A access after Monday's show. And then $4.99, you get one product from my Balance Marketplace, whether it's a audio book copy of my #1 bestseller or a download of my Tai Chi. That is what is available to you. So please do visit my Dr. Marissa Pay YouTube channel. Okay, so enough gratitude and appreciation. What do you like about yourself, Sci-Fi? And I will go while you're thinking about that. I appreciate my tenacity. When I don't feel like doing something and the brat inside is saying, nah. My favorite joke on that is my bathing suit says, you better get your butt down to the gym. And my sweatpants say, nah, you're good. You can stay in bed. So my tenacity to gospel according to Nike, just do it. Pull up your big girl bathing suit panties and go and do what Ranella's doing. And, you know, it really is life. Like there's not a switch. Like everything you decide, it's a habit. So if you want something, that the habit has to be, you know, created and regulated. So I am glad that I have that. I also appreciate my ability to have fun. I honestly did not start really playing the field, that too, except maybe a year ago. I said, "What? I love my work. I love my work," but I wasn't playing, right? And creativity through play is one of the emotions that keeps your body inside, your mental health and your physical health on track. So I appreciate my ability to have fun, whether it's mahjong, sailing season starting again when I get back. Yes. All of those things. So if you don't have some fun in your life, go find something, because I'm sure if you don't have any fun, you are not fun to be around. Right. All right. Sci-Fi, she likes that she's adaptive, awesome, and she is fun outside of your comfort zone for so many years. That's beautiful. What a great breakfast we just had. I promise you that if for the next 28 consecutive days, you will develop a habit to sandwich your day in the most positive way. So tune in every weekday morning if you want to do it with me. If not, just do it on your own, because life is too short to think that life sucks. All right. It's Friday. Friday. And honestly, I had a Monday during the pandemic. I had a series every morning at 10. I would get on and try to motivate. And I called it Monday is the New Friday. Too much Kool-Aid to swallow.
I love Mondays. That's so funny because I love Mondays. I wish I would have heard or seen you or met you during the pandemic, because I definitely would have been tuning in and working out with you.
Yeah, it was a hard sell, though, I have to say. Nobody bought it. So
I would have been there.
But I am glad that we are back, and COVID is getting to be a distant memory. If you still are feeling some of the effects, I invite you to go and watch a 9.2-minute short film, which is a product of my hashtag COVID Silver Lining. It's called PPP, Post Pandemic Possibilities. I don't know if I sent you the link, but Seth Greenleaf, he's a filmmaker. He watched it and he gave me the best tagline. He said, it is like a vitamin B booster shot for more hope and happiness.
That's nice.
So it was very nice. So it's free. Go watch it. Think about the possibilities, because that's what this show's about as well. Not just happiness, but dream. what do you want to do? What are your aspirations? What are your hopes and desires? And at the same time, anchoring yourself in the present, which is the topic that Ranella chose to talk about today. And I extended it because I like to do that. She is very feeling now about the present, and I'll ask you why you chose that topic in a second. What present? But I also, because you can see both of us are very shy and we have nothing to say, and sarcasm is another service that I offer. So both of us have presence. And I wanted us to also talk about the access that everybody has to claim their presence. How do you claim something like leadership, where there's that debate? Are you born with presence? Are you born with charisma? Or can you develop charisma? That's another part of the discussion that I wanted to have today. So, and anything else that you would like to talk about? Certainly talking about dating is, and maybe your first
kiss.
Your first kiss. Thank you. National Remember Your First Kiss, which I understand is not great, and Ranella will tell you about that. I have to think about mine, actually. I remember my first time. I don't even know if it involved kissing. So anyways.
Oh my God.
OMG, here we go. It is Friday. I'm allowed to get a little naughty on Friday.
Yes.
So that's the topic today. So Ranella, why did you pick the topic of being in the present moment, which is why it's called a gift?
Well, after speaking with you, I gave you a little bit of advice, which you told me that's something I would say. I was like, well, you're right. I'm repeating it back to you. You said something about the dating and you were not happy with it. And I said, well, enjoy what happened during that time. And you said, okay, that's something I would say. But you know what? I could relate because during the time that I was single, before I was married, I used to, ugh, I despised dating. I despised it. Whenever I would like someone, I would end up liking him like so much at that time. And then when he does something stupid or idiotic, I'm sure, in my opinion, um, I would get upset. And then I remembered it through you. And now that I think about it, you should just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the time that you're in that space, having dinner, laughing, enjoying a moment with somebody relating. Um, and even just with experiences with life. When you're like, let's say when I'm singing the national anthem, I love it. I love being able to just, the exhilaration, the feeling of being able to sing in front of thousands of people. And then after that, it's like that moment is like, it's still there. The momentum is still there. But the next day, it's gone. But then I could be sad about it. I used to be sad about it actually when I was younger. And then I learned that, it's going to happen again. And I just have to aim and continue to keep going. But you should just enjoy the moment, that time, when it's happening. Even, right now with social media being so big and everyone's in social media, whenever there is a big moment happening and you're always on your phone, I have to remember to myself, like, let me stop filming. Let me just enjoy this moment, what I'm watching, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, because I will never get this back. But, obviously I will still get a 10-second clip for social media just so I can remember for myself as well and for content purposes. But at the that's what made me think about having that topic, even material things, because I've had so many different cars and they come and go, clothes. I mean, my mom's house burned down at one point in Cerritos. And I lost a bunch of stuff, paintings, expensive clothes. But like now I think about it, I'm like, I have more clothes than I did again. So it always comes back. And I don't even remember half of the things that I had. So material things are just material things. Enjoy it for that moment. and, move on to the next. You can't
Yeah.
hold on to things.
Yes, absolutely. 100% preaching to the choir. And I call it time is my most valuable resource. It is a non renewable resource. You cannot get it back. And when it's done, it's done. So I also get criticized for filming all the time and being on the phone. And they say, why don't you just stop and enjoy the moment? And I respond as nicely as possible. I am actually enjoying it and enjoying it at the same time, knowing I'm going to have something to go back to and remember. And I call it's a Happy 88 tool that's in the book called Turning on a Memory of Dimes. So, that you may be too young. There's an expression, turning on a dime, right? It's that pivot, right? So for me, when I'm not feeling good, all I need to do is go back to some of my clips, and it's like, oh my gosh, I remember. Oh my gosh. So there is value. Hello, and
there is.
I'm not criticizing you. You don't need to be criticizing me. So
yeah, no, it's true.
But-
it's true. Yeah.
But I get what they're trying to say. There is that value in being where you are. And I can safely say that it wasn't always that way. And I am the prime example when I do executive coaching, and I coach a lot of professional women who carry with them that anxiety or a bit of shame that they're working moms who are not there all of the time with their kids, or that they had a choice, but they really wanted to go back to work and not stay at home. And, some society, religion, whatever will criticize. And then what would happen, and I was in that boat. So I was full-time. My husband stayed home for economical reasons. And so I would take, Mondays off and work at home. Fridays, I gave him the day off, and I would take the kids. And I'll never forget, it's like, okay, I know that I'm going to spend this whole day with my little ones at the wild animal reserve.
Right.
And because I was not a recovering overachiever and a recovering perfectionist, I would be there with them, holding their hands, thinking about the RFP I didn't finish, the call that I didn't, the contract that needed to be signed, and my little one would say, "Mom, look, that gorilla is pooping," and I completely missed the moment.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to see the gorilla pooping, but yes, that's. I completely understand, because especially when you're busy and you're being pulled in different directions and everything is nonstop, your brain, you can't even be still and be in the moment with your family or with your friends, because you're
Yes.
always, you're constantly, yes.
Yeah. And anyone who's currently going through a custody battle or has already, gotten 50-50 or whatever your arrangement is, I can give this advice because I went through it and I did not do it perfectly, but I wasted because it was so acerbic, the whole process, I was only allowed to see my kids on the weekend because I was the one working. It was the hardest year of my life. But when I had them on the weekend, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about how unfair it is, trying to find out what he had done with them that week and how horrible he is. And I would miss the whole weekend of being with them by being so angry. So it really is, that's my best advice if you're going through that. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it is unfair. It will be okay, and you will get through it. But if you can harness your attention and focus to being in the present, to enjoy what you're doing with them and stop talking to anybody about how horrible they are, you'll do it much better than I did.
Right.
For
Yes,
sure.
no, absolutely. Like dwelling over situations too long. That's one thing I'm grateful for about myself, but yet also sensitive about situations like that because I can't harbor about like a negative subject or a negative thought too long. Either I get sick, I can't sleep, or it just doesn't last too long in my body. My body literally rejects it. Like I like literally rejects it. I mean, even one time, I was going through like some toxic situation. I broke out all over my face, like where I've never broken out before. And that's just how my body is. But also going into later on to our next subject is how do you glow or do you have that natural glow? I think it's also clearing out your inside for you to be able to shine on the outside because people can see it through your eyes, your energy, your feeling. And those are so going back to that, how do you get even for people that don't know, how do you get rid of those negative thoughts, negative energy, negative feeling when you are going through that situation and it's heavy in your heart for women going through divorce or um custody battle or I mean that's I'm sure that's heavy
Yes.
in people's heart.
Yes.
And
And
what would you do in order for people to get over things quicker or
yeah.
faster or
Yeah.
just at least
Yeah.
put it to the side and enjoy the moment?
Yes, great question, and I'll take a stab at that right after station ID. If you've just tuned in and you're wondering what's going on in studio today, this is Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, celebrating 25 years, #1 talk in the IE, and you can get all of the podcast shows on lots of streaming platforms, but specifically you can watch and listen on my YouTube TV channel. It's a free subscribe. And you'll also get my playlists on red carpet interviews with Halle Berry, John Travolta. I have to put my little soundbite with Jennifer Hudson that I got at NAB in Vegas too. I have to put that in there. But we're so happy today to have back in studio in my hot seat. She puts me in my hot seat all the time. My wonderful guest co-host Ranella Ferrer, and you may have, if you haven't already gone to her page, please do. She's got great content there, and she's an amazing singer. I got to hear her live in action when we went to the UCLA gymnastics meet. That was so cool to watch her. I was so proud. That's me. So let's go to that question though. We're talking about being present and presence. And here's the segue, because you cannot have presence if you are constantly in your head, focused and dwelling, and what I call, it's not marinating, it's ruinating. And I talk about that in 8 Ways to Happiness from wherever you are. And I'm going to give away 3 free audiobook copies of this today as my Asian Oprah giveaway. So go to drmarissa.life and sign up, and I'll know that the first 3 emails are the ones that are going to get the free audiobook copy. Now, so you're going through life, and it's interesting how when tragedy happens, we're like, oh my God, or like, how could that happen? And the truth of the matter is, no one who is alive has gone through the kind of life that society somehow, and education, and somehow thinks that a good life is one where there is no pain, because that's bullshitaki. There always will be pain in life, because if we don't have the pain, we won't be able to grow or be strong enough. The chick that is in the eggshell is suffocating. Right before it pecks its way out, it's pooped so much in its shell that it's surrounded by noxious gas. If it doesn't work the muscle of pecking, it will die in the shell. The butterfly, same thing. That movement and being in the dark and being able to, all of that is not fun, right? The seed breaking open out of the casing is not painless. So pain in life is mandatory. But suffering from it, which is the resentment you're talking about, which is the angst you're talking about, which is the negative energy that we seem to thrive on and cry about and get depressed about and get angry about and get hostile about, all of those are not necessary. It is necessary in the moment to feel all your feelings. And then the work is, how can I soothe myself and move off of this topic so I don't feel like crap for 1 minute longer than I need to? Now, there's the balance. It is not never dealing with it, which is, George Costanza's father in the Seinfeld episode, when he would say, serenity now, and something bad would happen. Serenity now, which is spiritual bypass. Because what you do not deal with will come back and deal with you. So if you buried your crap, it will come back and bite your butt. But if you feel it, and this is the link to the presence, negative energy takes more volume than positive energy. So negative energy will fill you up with the gas. And most often you don't even know you've got gas, but people around you can smell it.
Right.
So how do you do that? You remember that you are the boss of your focus. It's called the ch word. You have a choice in every single moment what you want to focus on. Do you choose to focus on the insult that somebody gave you last Wednesday at 7:45 p.m. and then you call people and tell them about how horrible that was and you keep that alive, right? Law of attraction. Or do you go, if I look like her, I'd be miserable too? You can say that inside. and then I take a breath and I say, I can't wait to see what good comes out of this. And then your mind is forced to look in a different direction, going a different way. And it's slow. It's not easy. It's simple. It's not easy. It takes a discipline. Got that from my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith. It is a discipline. You have to keep practicing. Someone insults you. You want to go spew. You want to go after them. You want to insult them, right? Social media. Instead, Thich Nhat Hanh, beloved teacher who's on the other side now, said, if someone sets your house on fire, resist the urge to go set their house on fire. Instead, I'm getting chills, turn around and put out the fire in your house. So that is such a powerful, I love that. I haven't said it in a while. I love that. Because the responsibility to put out the fire is yours in your own house. Not just because it takes up a lot of energy, it will affect your presence. Everybody has a unique presence. Everybody has one of a kind, wonderful, not a throwback in the bunch. Everybody has unique gifts and talents that make up your presence. For Ranella, her presence is on stage in front of a lot of people singing the national anthem beautifully, thousands and thousands of people. Mine is being on stage, being on camera, wherever I am, I just go for it, right? And I have things to say because of all the pain that I've been through, right? You may be, if you're listening, I hate public speaking. I can't sing. Right. Well, you're not supposed to. Okay. You have, though, something in yourself that if you take some time and sit with your childhood dreams, your whatever it was that you
natural
loved
talent.
Yes, everybody has a natural talent. I love doing that kind of work as a coach, as a happiness coach. I do career coaching because there's so many people who are not buying the BS, the belief system that you can only do one thing in life. Or you're forced to choose a major of something you don't even like, but you have to stay because you got to make the money. That construct is robbing you of your birthright to happiness. So if you're in that boat, come and talk to me. because I would
Right.
love to help you break out of that. Okay, your turn.
Exactly. Well, I was gonna say too, like what I would do, in those moments, walk on the beach, or if you're not close to a beach, drive to the beach. Bring a friend, bring someone you like, someone you love, something that makes you happier. Just get out of that dark zone. Because some people, that's the reason why, especially the younger generation, Gen X, or not Gen X, I'm sorry, Gen Zs or whatnot, like they have so many people taking their own lives, is because they're caught up at home, probably just behind a screen. Get out there. You need some fresh air. You need the sun. Take a walk outside. I mean, grab, your favorite snack. Just don't make it a habit like every day, because you're going to have to go on revenge body like me. Anyway, but, do something, sometimes make yourself look better. Because obviously, I've been into those moments where I'm sad or unhappy, and I'm like, I look it. So I just put on my makeup, try to feel pretty, because that's where it starts. When you look good, feel good, you smell good, then you'll feel better. So,
Yeah.
just do things that makes you feel better. Even if you don't feel like it, listen to motivational speakers like Dr. Marissa. Listen to or watch funny things, or pet an animal. Go watch Frenchies. They're so freaking hilarious. Seriously. I mean, do something that you think that would it's away from maybe the subject of your worries, and hopefully do that continuously, because it's not going to happen in a snap of a finger, because the issue will still be there. If there is an issue, it will still be there, but at least you'll have a different perspective on how you look at it, and how maybe to even deal with it, or how to fix it.
Yeah, great. Two tools that came up while you were talking. One is His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, if there's a problem and there's a solution, there's nothing to worry about. If there's a problem and there's no solution, there's still nothing to worry about.
Mm,
Isn't
I
that
like
cool?
that. Yeah,
Isn't that
that's
cool?
true.
But how much time do we spend trying to fix something that is unfixable?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you are in a divorce, you're in a divorce, and it's going to take a little time for all this stuff to go through. But when you're done, you'll be out of it. Now, that time you can either have a crappy time. Mine was 6 years to finalize divorce. Am I going to have 6 bad years? No. I'll have a bad day when I have to sign the check, and then I'll have a good day because I had the money to give, to help the kids when they were, for spousal support, child support, and all of that.
Right,
So
right.
whatever I choose to see is how I'm going to feel. That's why I love Esther Hicks's law of attraction, where she says, is this the best feeling thought I can have? That's a tool. So every moment when I start going, I go, is this the best? What am I thinking about right now that is leading to me feeling like yuck? Do I want to think that thought? And then to piggyback on yours, get it? People are, oh, you're always dressed so, nicely, or you're such a fashionista. And, I don't dress for y'all.
Yeah.
I dress
for
me.
me.
I dress because I like
Yeah.
looking good. I like, because then I feel good. The feeling you get after a car wash, the feeling you get after you make your bed, the feeling you get after you clean your house, even though I have a cleaner, because I'm allergic to cleaning.
You're busy.
I'm allergic to cleaning and allergic to
Okay,
hygiene.
I thought it was just me. Yes. Okay.
But when you feel good, it's a lot easier to say the serenity prayer, right? If it's something you can't change, accept it. That going, okay, don't like it, accept it.
Adjust.
Next, right?
Or adjust.
And then if
Or
you
you know
can
what I'm
change
thinking?
something,
I'm sorry.
change it.
I was just
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, like, I've heard people like, oh, I'm about to lose my mortgage, or I'm about, groceries are so high. Because that's one thing that like recently, I was like, oh my God, groceries are so high. We can't eat out as much anymore. Well, that's probably what it is. I shouldn't be eating out as much anymore, because I should be on a diet anyway. Salad is cheap. You can make your own salad, or make your own, cook from home. Which, I'm still learning to better my skill on that department. It's a hit or miss, but thank God my husband loves me for who I am. Anyway, those things you have to adjust to certain things. Like if you have a lavish lifestyle and this is your income, then you have to adjust accordingly. It's not to say that you're downgrading your wants and your desires, because you are going to get that, but you have to adjust accordingly. And sometimes you have to take I see it as a door, right? You have to take a step back in order to move forward. Like sometimes you have to open the door, and when you open the door, you have to take a step back before you move forward. So
That's a
that's
great
how
analogy.
I've always looked at it, because I've had setbacks, and then all of a sudden I go, "Ooh, I'm back up here!" And that also where that comes from. Like, enjoy those moments, because
Yeah.
life, as you know, there's yins and yangs, and there's highs and lows.
Ebb and
So,
flow and waves and no waves
hmm
and I love that door one because I can visually you do have to
right,
do a little step back before you
right,
and I my door analogy, if we take one step into the door, there's always going to be in every moment at least
yeah,
5 different ways to make a decision about that thing, whatever it is, at least 5.
hmm
And
hmm
one of the ways you rob yourself of happiness is you pick a door and there's no perfect door, right? There's a couple of doors that have knives sticking out of them. You don't want to go through those because those are like, that would kill you. But
yeah,
there's usually 2 or 3 that are equally have pros and cons. Once you pick one, the worst possible thing is to step through and then turn around and go, oh, maybe I should have done that instead. Maybe I should have done that. What good is that? You step through
right,
the door, keep looking
yeah,
forward, because then there's more doors.
yeah,
That's what
hmm
life is. And every
right,
single door has beautiful experiences and crappy experiences.
right,
That's just the way life is. But if you
right,
focus and you say, I made this decision, I want to learn and juice this path to my fullest extent before I open a different door. Relationships.
hmm
It
hmm
wasn't a bad relationship. It just didn't have a long shelf life. I learned
hmm
something from it. That's the short chapter and long chapter in my book of romance. So, with that, we'll segue to
next.
your first kiss because we're already in the last 13 minutes.
Yes.
If you've just tuned in wondering what's going on in studio, this is Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, you'll get all 1,156 shows. And today is National Remember Your First Kiss Day. Ranella Ferrer is my guest co-host today. What was your bad memory?
My first
told me it was
kiss.
horrible.
I was a late bloomer, first of all. And I was dreaming of a Cinderella fantasy moment and Disney moment of having it with my Prince Charming, but that didn't happen. So anyway, I went to Cerritos High School, and I had a girlfriend of mine that was like, let's go ditch school. I've never ditched school in my life, okay? Ever. And this was my first and only time that I did, because she wanted to go see her boyfriend. So we had to be careful, because at our school there were narcs driving around in a golf cart. So we literally snuck out, and I forgot how we even got to her boyfriend's house. Anyhow, her boyfriend had a big brother. So she went into the bedroom with her boyfriend. Now, mind you, I was like a senior in high school here. And the big brother was left with me. And without just saying, hi, my name is blah, 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 blah. Nice to meet you. And then he just leaned over and kissed me like nastily. And I was like, first of all, I was like, disgusting. Second of all, I was like, you just stole my moment. And that is my memory of my first kiss.
Oh, I'm
I was like,
so
I was saving
sorry.
that for my Prince Charming. But
Aw.
yeah, that bursted my bubble. Anyhow, so what
No.
was your first kiss?
I was
Memory.
I'm a
Do you
little afraid
remember?
to talk about this because I honestly don't even remember my first kiss, but my first time was horrible. You know, it was he was drunk, I was drunk,
Oh my
in
goodness.
college. I was late bloomer as well.
Really?
I
Your
had a
first one
crush
was in
on
college?
him. Yeah, yeah. Because I
I
was
think
brought up super strict
yeah, it's strict.
fundamental
Yeah.
Baptist. So no necking was literally from the neck up. Uh, oh, wait a minute. I do have a better memory. My first, well, it's kind of sad though, because he died
Oh no.
of leukemia. Yes, that was the
Oh
first kiss. How
no.
could I have forgotten that?
He was
He
young.
was an amazing guy. I had met him through, church activities. He was going to be a preacher. I was going to be a preacher's wife. Shocker.
Oh.
And yeah,
I can
it was the
actually
first kiss. And I guess the horrible memory kind of butt out the good memory. But he did develop. That's why I didn't. That's why I stopped. I was going to be a medical doctor. But my first year of college, I had to literally watch him die in the hospital
no
from
no.
from leukemia. And I said,
I'm
I cannot
sorry.
do this. So I switched my biology major to a psychology major and did a biology minor. So, but he was beautiful, and it was a beautiful kiss. It was in the back of a car, and we were being driven somewhere. We were coming back from, I think, a singing competition or something. And to this day, if you cradle my face, I'm yours. Like there's something about cradling your face
You
and
hear that,
kissing.
men?
Yeah, you hear that? That is just so like romantic and sweet. So that was my
Oh.
first kiss. And I'm glad that I was forced to remember that so I could wipe out the memory of the first time that was not good. Because I don't even think we kissed. It was just like over, like very quickly.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's why I was like, no, I don't want
Oh
first
my
kiss.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
think kissing also is something my experience with men is like sometimes men don't really know, like some men don't really know how to kiss. You have to teach them
Yeah.
because they're used to certain, just like with everything else, you have to teach men. I'm sorry, no offense, gentlemen, but some of you guys have to be taught how to kiss, how to be in a relationship, how to be everything. It's like a dog. You have to get a new,
Okay.
it's like a new trainer. Really,
Now,
that's all it
now,
is.
well,
And
this
that's what
is
I was
interesting.
telling you.
This is an interesting.
Because some of them, as long as they're willing to be retrained by you, then you have to be open to that. I know you don't want to have to teach them, but you have to teach them how to treat you because not everyone is you. Hello, how many
Hello.
women are like yourself?
But
So
is there a general way that most women enjoy kissing? So I'm going to go down the list here. Tongue in the first kiss, yes or no?
depends. If it's
Oh,
gentle, if it's like then it's okay. Not like no, I don't like
like
that.
stick
No,
the tongue
no,
down the throat.
no, no.
Definitely not.
That's disgusting.
Okay,
No,
so
definitely
like,
not.
okay, you just changed my mind because I was a flat no, right, for the first kiss.
Hmm.
But if it's a little soft, like on the edge of the
Yeah,
lip,
it could be like a
okay,
romantic
okay,
one. You know what I
okay,
mean?
all right,
Yeah.
I'll concede on that one. Slobber, like
Oh
that is, I think, a general no, please, no,
no,
right,
no,
right.
yes, no.
And then on the other hand, like this, like Finding
What is
Nemo. I
that?
call that Finding Nemo kisses. Like, come on, guys. Like that
I've
is
never
like
had.
not
I've never.
even
Wait, what is that? I've
it.
never had.
Oh yeah, it's the Finding Nemo,
Oh my
banging up
god!
against the
Really?
the fish tank with the lips.
Do you say something when they are okay? That's a good question. Do you say something when you're like, okay, I don't like the way you kiss? Knowing you, I feel like you would say something like what was that kiss? Why did you kiss me this way? I feel like you would. Do you or do
No, I
are you
actually
nice?
I
Sure.
actually would just not go out with them again
I see. Okay.
because I do enough training in my work. The last thing I want is to train at home. which is the argument we always have about this. But I mean, I will probably like try and put my hands and then like try one time to do it. But if he still does the, Nemo, I'm like, I can't do this. And then I'll like try to avoid it. So yeah. And then this is a horrible thing, but I do remember one time. It is a wonder that I even kissed because I have a lot of bad memories. But I was dating this lawyer before I got married, when I was single before marriage, obviously. And honestly, his tongue, like it just felt like liver.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was horrible. And it's amazing that I still actually want to kiss, because that was just like, but it could be because his personality was kind of, but anyways,
You need to
I don't
brush
even
your
remember his
tongue.
name. So
He didn't brush his tongue. So
okay, you first kissed. If you want to talk about it and do true confessions in the chat, Sci-Fi Mombi is manning my cashew gallery right now. So if you want to be brave enough, obviously I overshared again because I live my life out loud on this show. But we're delighted that you are here, and apologize if anyone is being offended. But if you had a first kiss, if it was good or not so good, I love doing research. How many people say that their first
kiss was horrible?
How? Let's see. How? Oh, it's not doing this. Okay.
What about the first kiss with the one that you actually liked or loved or fell in love with? Because I'm not gonna lie, like my husband he wasn't terrible, but of course I've had to teach him how I wanted it to be. I wanted to be kissed, because when they're coming from a different relationship, they kiss differently. So that's why I said you have to teach them how you want to be kissed.
Okay, this is what came up. First kiss is on Reddit. The mode of the data is 16 with 119 people, not including people who have not had their first kiss since they're. Oh wait, that's. What is the average age for the first kiss? Do people enjoy their first kiss? Okay. It varies from person to person. Some people give you butterflies while others just may feel comfortable with, or you may feel awkward. This is not telling me anything. Okay. So there is that's a good study, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. I'm going to have to share this. First kiss, this is from ABC News. First kiss is more powerful than first sexual encounter.
What?
Well, I didn't
That's
prove that
crazy.
today. Yeah. Is that crazy? This is 2000. Psychologists report that most people can remember up to 90% of the details of their first romantic kiss. Let's see. I'm opening it up. Let me just share this with you. Oh, shoot. Oh, we don't have time. Anyways, this was a great topic. Let's see. Mombi is saying she was 19. And my first kiss with him, it was so romantic. He actually asked if he could and was memorable. Oh, that's beautiful.
Lucky you. That was nice.
That's great. And with that, we're gonna have to end the show. Let's see. I don't feel alone because you shared your life with us. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh.
I just love this platform. I love doing this show. And I love everybody who is within the sound of my voice or watching with their eyes. Thank you so much for enjoying me today. For joining us today on Take My Advice. I'm not using a gift balance with Dr. Marissa. It is all about balance. Hopefully you have gotten at least some giggles out of this. Ranella, peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best. Oh, wait, join me tomorrow, aamds.org. I'm doing the gun for the start of the March for Marrow in Long Beach Shoreline Village. Go register. Get out there like Ranella was saying. All right. And go and have the best weekend ever. We'll see you Monday.